bring a chair and your picnic basket. Jazz in the Camp returns to the Queen City today for its 4th year. This season's series will be at the American Sign Museum. American Sign Museum Director David Dupree joins me now with President of Jazz Alive, Laura Gentry. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so excited about, first of all, it's summertime. We're talking concerts and all these amazing events we have going on around town. Let's talk about this one in particular. Tell me about Jazz in the Camp.
Jazz in the Camp started a few years ago as a pop-up.
Yeah.
And morphed into coming into the American Sign Museum 3 years ago. And this year we're 5 weeks. And it has been amazing having this series at the American Sign Museum, which has been noted as one of the best places to go in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And there are still people that stop me and ask about it because they haven't seen it and they haven't been there and witnessed what they see historically with the signs. And we're hoping to introduce a new demographic to the museum, but also come and hear some great jazz.
Oh, and that's the thing, is you don't mess around with the musicians you bring for most of these things anyway, Laura. So let's talk about who's on the docket for this year, and then we'll talk to David about the museum a little bit. We
start this evening with trombonist Mark Field, who is a longtime jazz musician here in Cincinnati and a retired adjunct professor from CCM. Next week will be pianist Kiego Hirokara, who is a professor at the University of Dayton. On June 12th will be Louisville saxophonist Ron Jones with guest artist Wycliffe Gordon. Wycliffe is also going to be participating in the Cincinnati Public School Jazz Academy camp that week.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
He's doing us a favor by double duty that week. June 19th will be the We Create Jazz Ensemble, all women jazz musicians from Greater Cincinnati. And our finale on June 26th is jazz vocalist Kelly Thurley.
Well, those are the sounds. Let's talk about the sights. You're at the American Sign Museum, and David, you're still pretty fresh to the gig, right?
I am.
First of all, what do you think about the museum, and then combine that with what do you think about a space as unique as the American Sign Museum being able to collaborate with an event like this?
It's a really unique museum with that industrial feel, and
yeah.
we try to be approachable in all that we do, and this partnership is a great example of that. So our mission is to celebrate the rich history of American signage through education and preservation, and Camp Washington's been our home since 2012. We're excited to double the footprint of the museum this July and really lean into our mission and our presence in Camp Washington and beyond in Cincinnati.
Well, I'm going to lean into that expansion just for a second, because you walked in, for some reason in my head I had it that the expansion was finished already, but I was out there just a year and a half, 2 years ago doing a story, and I'm trying to picture what that expansion looks like. What is it going to look like?
Well, if you've been there, we currently have a main street, and basically we're going to be adding 20,000 square feet that's going to extend this main street. It's going to add a classroom for school instruction. It's going to add private event spaces. It's really going to expand what we're already offering. Cincinnati has this rich history in advertising and branding, and so the bright lights of Americana, I think, really resonates with everyone. So this expansion is really going to help us lean into, we're the largest public sign museum in the country, and it's in Cincinnati's backyard, and it's a wonderful cultural attraction for our city.
Bright lights, beautiful sounds. What do we got to do? Do we have to get tickets? Do we have to sign up? Tell me all that kind of stuff, Laura.
Jazz in the Camp at the American Sign Museum is free.
Oh, look at that. Come on, Laura. Come on with it.
Bring a picnic. You can buy beverages from concessions. We're 6:30 to 8:30, and Jazz Alive presents this with sponsorship from ArtsWave, so we are very, very, very grateful for their support. Actually, this is our 3rd year in a row with support from ArtsWave to put this on. So you can come over, bring your kids, bring some food, and enjoy the music.
What an amazing experience, and it is free. We'll get more information up at local12.com. Thank you both for coming in. I appreciate it so much. I know we'll see you again soon. All right.
Hey there, thanks so much for visiting the Local 12 YouTube channel. Click the links, hit subscribe to get notified anytime we post content to this channel.